Hello learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dufi Admai Cecilia, a 1100 student from Fosu College of Education from Social Science Department. I am your tutor for this lesson. So, the main topic for today's lesson is morphemes. We are going to talk about morphemes. So, by the end of this lesson, we will be able to define 1. What a morpheme is, 2. The basic types of morphemes, and 3. The types of morphemes. So here is the content. We'll begin with the introduction to morphemes, types of morphemes, and application of morphemes. As I said earlier on, introduction to morpheme, we are introducing the morpheme. The morpheme is the first rank according to the constituents of the relationship and the last rank according to the constants of relationship in the rank scale. So we are defining what a morpheme is. When we say a morpheme is the smallest meaningful grammatical unit in a language. So it consists of linguistic elements that cannot be broken into further units. With this we mean morpheme is the smallest meaningful grammatical unit in the language, of which it cannot be broken into smaller units. So we have the types of morphemes. There are so many types of morphemes, but just to mention few. We will start with free morphemes. Free morphemes is a type of morphemes, and also we have bound morphemes, full and empty morphemes, prefix and suffix, null morphemes, base or root morphemes. So we have this as types of morphemes. And we can identify a morpheme by 3 criteria. We identify a morpheme in 3 criteria. 1. We identify a morpheme by 3 criteria. 1 is a word or part of a word that has meaning. It can never be divided into smaller meaningful parts without meaningless remainders. It recurs in different word environments with a relatively stable meaning, and such examples in English are stop, of which stop cannot be broken into further unit, so it is a morpheme. In the same way, the following can be considered as a morpheme. Example like cats as animal, it, work, if, and, to, table, etc. And there are 2 basic types of morphemes, and these are the basic types of morphemes. 1 is the free morphemes. Free morpheme is a type of morphemes, and also under free morphemes we have types. That's the lexical morphemes. Secondly, functional or grammatical morphemes. Lexical and functional or grammatical morphemes are under free morphemes, and free morphemes are under types of morphemes. So we have an examples of types of free morphemes. We have eat, teach, date, week, work, etc. And bound are one of the basic types of morphemes. And bound morphemes are explained. They are the kind of morphemes that cannot make sense on its own. With this, it cannot stand on its own unless something is added to it. So we have types of bound morphemes. I, inflectional morpheme. 2, derivational morphemes. And dancer, works, boxers, warmer, etc. are examples of bound morphemes. And identifying the number of morphemes in a given word. In English, the word stopped is composed of two morphemes, stop plus past tense maker, that is stopped. In the same vein, the word walked is composed of two morphemes, walk past tense maker, that is walked. Similarly, we can say that went has two morphemes, go past tense maker. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you for watching.